Alright, next track, Know My Shit. I've had the limiter turned off just like I did in the last one, so it doesn't really clip the video player, but what processing did I do on this? So, first thing, after I made the beat, I got on the other one, I should have probably mentioned the EQs cutting low and so the bass can cut through clearer. But I did that on this too. Just an EQ on the main melodies, cutting out the low end. Tidy up those sounds a bit, leave room for the bass. Yeah. Over here. Leave plenty of room for the bass to cut through. With the bass, the 808 bass, I did a lot of mixing on this. I've tweaked these settings quite a bit to get the right soft clipping. This Made for 808's preset I added just adds some nice thumpy 808 distortion, so you can hear the difference here. Some nice high-end grit. Then on this EQ I just lowered kind of the muddy range a bit here because it was essentially covering up the vocals once I'd recorded them, making them sound a bit muddy. I just wanted to, that's the 200 to 500 hertz range, I just cut down a bit to clear up the final mix. Drums, didn't really do much processing on the drums other than again EQs just to get some nice clean sounds. Cut out the low end, leave plenty of room for the bass, and cut here a bit, leave some room for the vocals and the snare, because there are a lot of snares in these snare patterns, and they can feel quite busy and quite overwhelming. As you can see, cutting here leaves plenty of room for those vocals which I recorded later on. Vocals, essentially the same vocal chain as the last song. Glue compressor on the main to kind of give a bit more smooth compression and glue the entire set of vocals together, which is more important with this considering how many different tracks I use.
I'm on go now, bitch. You know that you hold my bitch. You rapping your shit don't stick, and nobody like your shit.
I don't know if this is currently clipping or not, hopefully not. Now, again, same vocal chain here, very similar. Just EQ, cutting out the lows and any of that muddy section of the vocal. Auto-tune, tuning it to that F minor 9 chord, which the entire instrumental actually follows.
Is that Dexter? Yeah, you right, mate?
Yeah, I'm just recording videos.
Oh, you're on a meeting.
20 minutes, maybe?
Oh, shit.
Sorry. I really need to hurry up now. But yeah. So we've got this. Compressors again, harsh compressor with high ratio, low attack, low release to just really cut off the peaks of the vocal. And then again here a much gentler overall average RMS. Not sure exactly what that means, but it cuts off, it lowers the average volume of the vocals that exceed the threshold over time. And again, that just has a much gentler ratio, gentler attack, gentler release. That's pretty much the vocal processing. Again, main, I've turned off the limiter here just so it doesn't really clip in the audio recording. But again, boosted the limiter so that at the loudest parts of the song, or at the average parts of the song, we're getting about 5 dBs of gain reduction. And again, because of that pretty muddy, distorted 808, just cutting down on the mix here around 200 to 500 hertz to make that upper section where you can hear the vocals quite clearly cut through more, and make that sub bass and bass cut through a bit clearer.
A night and it still sound shit. Took a night and it still sound shit. You know my shit. Let it walk. You know my shit. You know my shit. You know my shit.
You can hear that visible volume difference. Alright, and oh yeah, after that, just in the final stages of mixing, I added just a bit of stereo wideness to these melodies. Make them sound a bit louder, a bit more surround sound. That's pretty much it with this one. One of the few tracks where I didn't use saturators.